How's it going, everybody? I hope everybody can hear me. Just wanted to give it a couple seconds just to let people into the room or to join us on the live. Hi, Joshua. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Jackie. So as you guys probably saw, I posted on the Facebook page that we were going to be doing a very specific live today. So it's about how to keep her interested. So that is what the topic is going to be. There's going to be four primary things that I go over. Again, it's going to be another one of the short lives. So it's just kind of some information for you guys. So you feel like you have something that you can utilize if you find that you're in this situation right now. I wanted to provide you guys with a little bit of information, a little bit of context around the area or the subject. So let's just jump right into it. So I get asked this question all the time, right? It's one of the things that come up quite often in my one-on-one coaching sessions. I see it on the YouTube channel and in the comments. I see it in my DMs, and that's the reason why I wanted to actually make this because it's something that I get again a lot of questions on, and it's an interesting one, right? So the topic, like I said, it's how to keep her interesting. So the first thing that I always tell my clients, right, is be present. Being present is the most important part because if you are not present, it's really difficult to form a connection with somebody. So the question is, well, what does it mean to be present, right? And I don't mean this in some kind of, existential, you have to be fully this elevated individual and you meditate all the time, even though all of those things are great and it's all things that you should do in order to maintain good mental and emotional health. It's more so just about being focused on the individual that you're with your partner. So don't be on your phone while you're hanging out with them. Don't be super distracted if you're at a restaurant. And I'm sure you've experienced this many times before, right? Where you're at a restaurant with your partner and all they're doing is just tracking everything else that's going on in the restaurant and they're not paying attention to you or you're not paying attention to their partner, right? It's very important to be hyper focused on the person that is in front of you. That's how you build that emotional connection. And now that we are in a technology age, right? It's everything is about instant gratification. Everything is about being stimulated. So we have a tendency of having addictions to our phones. And I guarantee you, if you go on your Android, your iPhone, or whatever the case may be, and you check your using time, it's probably a lot more than you were actually anticipating or expecting. But it's because going on our phones has become just so subconscious. We just do it without even thinking about it. And we have a tendency of doing it when we are around other people. How many times have you gone to a restaurant and you've sat down and you look around the restaurant and you just see everybody on their phone, right? Whether you're on a date, whether it's a family outing, whatever the case may be, everybody is on their phone. And again, it's really difficult to build a connection with somebody when you're distracted to that degree. So, number one, be present in the moment. I'm going to take a second actually before I go to the second one to acknowledge some people that are here. Charles, hello, how's it going? Um, Keston, how's it going, my man? Do. No, there's a lot more to it than just having a lot of money, Keston. I mean, it doesn't work, but there's a lot more to it. Nicholas, how's it going? You are welcome. This is what I love to do, so I enjoy having these conversations and having these moments with you guys. Um, Faugia, is it the same for men? For him, they're a little bit different. There's a lot of similarities. They're a little bit different though. This particular video, like I said, is specifically for keeping her interested. I will make another video or another live for keeping him interested. So be on the lookout for that. Valerie, how's it going? Kevin, hello. Thank you so much, Valerie. I appreciate you. Harsh, hello, how's it going? I will have a brief moment at the end where I answer some questions. So let's kind of get back into obviously the topic and move on to number two. So the second one is don't forget about your look, right? Oftentimes when we're in a relationship, if it's a long-term relationship, even if it's a short-term relationship, and we become incredibly comfortable with our partner, we have a tendency of kind of letting things go, right? I'm not specifically talking about like physique or any of those types of things, but I mean even just generally how we dress. Um, Dress to impress sometimes, right? It doesn't have to be all the time. You don't have to. I'm not saying you have to be in a suit when you're walking around the house, but what I'm saying is that if you guys go on a date, dress up a little bit, right? If you guys are going on an outing, be a little bit more conscious about what you're wearing because this is also plays a part in the general attraction. Having somebody who's well put together or somebody has idea or thought into what they're wearing because they want to present themselves in an elevated manner is sexy, and it helps to kind of keep that attraction going and keep that interest going in the relationship. And a lot of times what I have seen is when people are in a long-term relationship, you get too comfortable, and that comfortable place becomes routine, and routine is the killer of all relationships. So if it's been a while since you've dressed up, if it's been a while since you've felt good about what you're wearing, put some thought into that, because when you feel good, your partner feels good, and that's really where it's at, right? So if you're trying to elevate the way that you look, if you're taking a look at your wardrobe again, and you're saying, hey, I kind of want to dress up a little bit, that boosts your own confidence. That makes you feel more confident. And that confidence in and of itself is going to flow over into the dynamic of the relationship. So it's not just about aesthetically looking good, it's about feeling good as well, which is incredibly important. Let's see. RT, hello. Chewy. Bryant, how's it going? Mehdi, hello, Mehdi from Algeria. That's amazing. David, how's it going? Lots of people in here saying hello. So, hello to all of you. So, let's move on to the third one, right? So, the third one, and one of the most important ones, is dating. Continue going on dates. I think there's this common misconception that in the beginning of the relationship, right, when you're in the honeymoon phase and you're getting to know each other, of course, dates is a very integral part of that process. But once we get into a relationship, right, and once it becomes a long term relationship where you become comfortable, like I said before, there's a tendency to stop dating one another, right? There isn't as much effort that's put into it. And if you are the type of person that prioritizes that, congratulations, amazing. That's fantastic. That's what you should be doing. Because in order to maintain and to sustain the attraction in the relationship, there has to be that romance involved, right? There has to be that excitement. There has to be that that desire for the other person. And the best way of showing that is to show her that you took the time to create this ambiance, to take her to this new environment, right? So to go to dinner, to go out on walks at like your local park, or maybe you do kayaking together, or maybe you go on a little mini vacation. Whatever it is that you need to do, it's incredibly important to make sure that you continue to date your partner, because the second you stop doing that, you kind of fall into a place of complacency, and complacency, again, turns into routine, and routine is the killer of all relationships. So, continuing to date and continuing to do exciting new things and bring romance into the relationship is an incredibly important part. So, don't stop dating your girlfriend. Don't stop dating your wife. Don't stop dating your fiance, right? It's so easy to just kind of fall into this routine, right? And the monotony of life, and let all the external stressors take over. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do this every single day. I'm not saying that you have to do it every week. You know, a date night a week, amazing. That would be great. If you have to do it bi-weekly because you guys are both incredibly busy or you have crazy schedules, that's also understandable. But the point in all of this is that you should be dedicating time to the relationship. You should be dedicating time to her to show her that she is still a priority in your life, and that you still desire her and you still want to do these types of things to make her feel good. And in turn, that also makes you feel good. The fourth one is, it's about the little things, right? I think there's this, again, this common misconception that in order to be romantic, in order to really kind of court or to impress your partner, you have to do these grandiose gestures. And that's just not true. right? I mean, if you have the ability or the capabilities of doing grandiose gestures, that's fantastic. But not everybody has the budget, not everybody has the time, not everybody has the capability of doing that. So what I have come to find, particularly in my one-on-one coaching sessions and helping people and couples throughout this process, is it's the small things that count. Showing your partner that you're thinking about them even throughout the day, right? So maybe love letters, little love letters that you write your partner, getting them flowers on a random Wednesday just because, buying them their favorite chocolate when you're at the grocery store, right before you check out, just giving it to them. It's these little things that create that emotional connection, that create that bond between the two of you, because it's showing her that you are thinking about her throughout the day, that the actions that you were taking, even just going to the grocery store, whatever, exercising, whatever it is that you're doing, she is in your mind. And that is sexy. That is attractive. That is something that builds a sense of trust and confidence in the relationship. So, again, just think about doing the little things. It doesn't have to be these huge gestures. Now, if you have the capability of doing the huge gestures, by all means, go for it. I completely support that 100%. The one thing that I would caution against, though, is grandiose gestures all the time. Because realistically speaking, it's difficult to maintain that. It's difficult to keep that going. So if you are constantly at this level when it comes to the gestures and the romance and what you're doing, if at some point you're unable to do that and you're still making the gestures, but they're not as big as they used to be, they're not going to have as big of an impact. So doing the smaller things, I personally feel like, is the best way to go about it. Those are the four, obviously, for keeping her interested. There's a lot more content and information that we have on the website, via our blogs. If you feel like you need a little bit more information, you could always book a one-on-one coaching session with myself or any of the other amazing coaches. But I did want to take a few minutes to kind of go through the chat log and say hi to some people, maybe answer some questions. I'll probably do this for about 5 minutes. Let's see. Again, I said hello, Medi. Hi, Bryant. Donna. Donna. What is everyone's opinion on friends with benefits? Friends with benefits, that's completely up to you. If you're okay with that circumstance, if you're okay with that situation and it's not impacting you negatively and the both of you guys are consenting to that, I don't see any problem with it. If you feel like it's working for you at that time and it's just where you are in your life and you don't want anything specifically in regards to commitment and the both of you agree to that, go for it. That's my opinion. Ta, 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 ta. Bavia, hello, how's it going? Nicholas, we do day night once a week. Fantastic. You are one step ahead. Zoe, kayaking. I guess you love kayaking. Kayaking is tons of fun. I highly recommend it for anybody. It's incredibly peaceful. It's exhilarating. It's amazing overall. I love it. Let's see. Kira, and don't forget to communicate with your girl. Dedicate time to each other. Thomas from Hungary. Thomas, you are 100% right. Communication is key in any relationship. Checking in with your partner, seeing how they are emotionally, making sure that you're present, making sure that you're actively listening to them, making sure that you're sharing your own personal sentiments, right? So, for guys in particular, I know that it can be pretty difficult for us to share our emotions. I don't mean to generalize because not everybody is the same, but I have oftentimes found that guys have a tendency of internalizing emotions a little bit more. And that kind of creates the sense of your partner not really knowing where you stand emotionally, right? So being very clear in communication, being very transparent, but also making sure that you're navigating that type of communication in a healthy way. Hugo, what is the topic about? The topic was about keeping her interested, my man. So if you did miss the first portion of this, it will be on replay on the Facebook and YouTube, so you're able to go back and watch it there. Hello, first time seeing a live channel. I want to show some love. Thank you for the love. Charles, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I will continue to try to do my best for you guys. Let's see. Says my long-term partner and the father of my kids refuse to go to couples therapy. First and foremost, obviously, I appreciate you sharing. I know that's not something easy to share. And that's a pretty difficult circumstance to be in, right? A partnership and a relationship should be a two-way street. Both individuals should want to work on the relationship. And when you are in a position or in a situation where your partner does not want to carry their weight or does not want to, put any energy into helping the relationship, it puts you in a position where you really have to reevaluate. So in those types of circumstances, I always say, take a step back, reevaluate the situation. What aspects of the relationship are you not getting fulfilled on? Are your needs and your expectations being met? My assumption would be no, if your partner is not wanting to go to couples counseling, which means there are deeper rooted issues that have not been dealt with. I would be more than happy to support you through that. I can put a link here. I'm actually going to send a link right now for coaching sessions. If you guys want to do coaching sessions, if you feel like you have a very particular circumstance and you need some help, I'm posting it a couple of times here. So you guys can utilize that link to go and book a session if you feel like you need to. Again, like I said, this is going to be on replay. So if you feel like you need to go back and review, you are more than welcome to. Let's see. Stop your ego. Ego can kill in a relationship, right? Thomas, you are 100% right. Ego can also be very beneficial, though. So I don't want I don't want people to have this idea that ego is a bad thing. I think when we're talking about self growth and self development, ego is given a really bad rap, but you can use your ego to your benefit. Now, whether you choose to use the ego for the right way or for the wrong way, that is completely up to you, right? That voice can be really strong, and the ego is what can basically cause you to become defensive. It can cause you to basically just not really pay attention to your partner, or it can make you more, how should I say it, more stubborn. But the ego is also beneficial because the ego's purpose is to actually protect you as well. So it's dependent on how you use the ego. Da, 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 da. Okay, Batinka, I'm sorry if I messed that up. I'm just reading it by the username. You are very welcome. All right, guys, and that is all I have for today. So again, like I said, make sure you click on that link that I put in the chat box. If you guys feel like you need a little bit of assistance, if you guys feel like you need some more support or more help, I'd be more than happy to help you guys. We also have an incredible products page on our website. I'm going to put our website right here. Give me 1 second. And if you go to that website, there is a section that says the products page, and we have a multitude of different products and courses and anything that you should take a look at, because it may actually help you in your current situation. So whatever you are going through, make sure you go to the product section and see if you can find anything that you think will be relatable to you that will help you. We have products on infidelity, on self-awareness, on communication. Everything and anything that you may need is going to be there. We also have Love Advice TV. That is the other website that we have as well. So we have Happily Committed, we have Love Advice TV with my ex again, and we have a multitude of different products on Love Advice TV as well. It is, here, let me take a look. I'm going to put it down here as well in case this is more relatable to your situation. Perfect. Phase one, yes, this is the end. We started the live about 20 minutes ago, but if you missed it, do not worry. It is going to be replayed on our Facebook and on the YouTube channel. All right, guys, it was a pleasure being with you guys again. I have a tendency of doing these lives like every other week, so just be on the lookout. The next topic, depending, will most likely be on how to keep him interested, but there are other topics that come up based on what other people are asking for and requesting, so that may change. Either way, just be on the lookout, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.